Adab, Assalamu alaikum. Can you tell me about this institute and its significance in a few lines? And introduce yourself also.
Okay. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. In the name of God, the most gracious and the most merciful. I'm Muhammad Junaid Adani as a director of Madin Kulliya of Islamic Science, this academy. This academy, Madin, empowering the future, empowering the students, the community, society as a whole, women especially. Here, studying 33,000 students with the great facultyship of 2,000 faculties here, and it includes Artisans and College, Polytechnic College, MBA, Engineering College, B.Pharm, and at the same time integrating the Islamic education, at the same time the material education, AI, artificial intelligence, and with digital technology. It leading with all over. This institution is running the high intellectual capacity, the visionaries of the great leader, His Highness, Excellency Sheikh Ibrahim Khalil al-Bukhari. Sheikh Ibrahim Khalil al-Bukhari is the Sayyid Kabila from Sayyid Kabila, and is a global leader. It's a global profile, visiting 63 countries, and the last 1 or 2 weeks he was in Australia he was in Russia for a few conferences related with interfaith harmony and society, science, inventions, education and culture. This kind of visionary networks making these students global.
Great.
Experiencing the students every day, every moment as a global leadership, a global visionary modules from this Sheikh and institutional initiatives.
Great.
Okay.
It's very nicely introduced in a brief about the institution where you trained. You also a part of. Is imparting education to his student free of cost, as you have told in our previous discussions. And you yourself is also an alumnus of this institute.
Actually, I have been here last 15 years back. I started my education from LKG, the lower standards of my education to 7th standard of my schools. I was in my hometown nearby, located Perindilmanna after 24 kilometers. My friends was from Perindilmanna, Angadipuram and local places that time. And my Baba and my relatives are shifted to from my hometown to Madin Academy. At that time, my friend circle circulated with the districts of Kerala. My friend Muhammad from Calicut and another friend from Kasaragod. My friend circle is circulated among the Keralites. And then actually I have been in here in Madin Academy. It circulated to my PG level, UG level, and that's kind of it. My education all over, everything is in here.
Okay, so one thing which is very important.
Let me add something. Okay. With free of cost.
Okay. Great.
Actually, Sayyid Bukhari from Bukhari Qabila. Okay. It's a tribe. Actually, the tribe in Arabic Qabila. Okay. And Sayyid Bukhari is communicating the people, making a special community. The importance of this community, as a financial people are there, so and sponsoring people are there, and ulamas is here to club ulama and umara and joining forwards and joining forward with the sponsorships, with initiatives, and they are making their own finance valuable words, making institutions, all programs led leading the Sheikh Bukhari with under this great visionary. Even in single method, before he started the foundation of a building, he will be visit many of countries, many of institutions. We can see many of libraries here, digital technology centers here. Before 10 years or 12 years before it's landed in this academy, actually the thought, the thinking process, it started by the trajectories, by the traveling of Sheikh Bukhari of Oxford University, Cambridge University, Malaysia, Australia, Fiji, as a academic centers, educational centers, cultural capitals. After the visiting of all these places, Sheikh Bukhari shifted that all valuable cultures to this Kerala, to this Malabar.
One, it's not the question, it's just a conversation part. It's one part of our curiosity, but to know that you have experience of many campuses.
Yes.
As a student.
Okay.
You are here as a student in your early days. After it, you went to AMU, the prestigious institute, university, Aligarh Muslim University, and during Aligarh Muslim University, you probably you got opportunity to visit some other universities, campuses, even in JNU. You have told. So, do you feel that the institutional value and institutional setups and the curriculum is supporting or enhancing of this idea further or need to be implemented?
Actually, I was in Aligarh before 4 years back, I think. At that time, I visited JNU, Jamia, JMI, and many of universities along India. But the common factor for differentiate in between to that universities and these Islamic institutes is only one. In that university actually is working under a regulations, rules and regulations of government as a central policies. I think it is that better to regulate the education all over India. That's kind of system. A system is running. But this institution at the same, the system is running at the same, it enhances that education, that knowledge to implement it to the society. It is not only thinking about providing certificate or creating alumni or creating UG students, PG students, but it will be affecting the society. How it affects the society? What the result? What the society oriented? What the result? It is result oriented. If I just graduated in this university, in this Madin Academy before 4 years back, but the management of this team under Sheikh Bukhari is really touching to me. In this time also, what you are next? This is a complete alumni network is working here. What is your next projects? What society can done from you? Not only providing the certificate. Sheikh Bukhari always saying that we have to practice the legacy of community with the spiritual before 15 years back. At the same time, we have to do after 15 years back technology. Integrating 15 years along lengthy technology with the integrating the 50 years back tradition or the tolerance, social customs, norms, values. Then through this back, we being actually human, actual human, real human.
One very important thing, because you are in the Indian subcontinent where identity is important.
Yes, sure.
And identity is not only bound to religion.
Yes.
But also reflected in within religion either clan that you were mentioning that the Sheikh Bukhari is
Okay.
from this tribe.
Okay.
The same thing here in India,
Okay.
in a Muslim society, that someone is from Sayyid, someone is from Khan, someone
Okay.
is from Sheikh,
Okay.
and someone is from the other communities.
Okay.
And being a student of sociology, because you have lots of exposure,
Okay.
you have already intensively studied Islamic studies,
Okay.
you are a great scholar, emerging scholar of Arabic,
Okay.
you know French, you are learning Spanish as we are discussing, and you have good command over English. So, how do you connect it? That the Indian society and Indian society means that Indian society is pillar.
Okay.
You may explain because you are the authenticate scholar of sociology. That caste system, religion, joint family, and education. These are four pillars according to
Okay.
sociology.
4 pillars of.
Sociology. So, in North India, particularly, you are from North India, and in North Indian society is divided in caste.
Okay. Yes. Sure.
Whether it's take the example of the Hindu or whether it's take the example of the Muslims, even there is caste in Buddhism. But they are not practicing because they are in minority. Minority means they are not explored. So how do you observe this question, the caste question, in South Indian Muslim community?
Actually, in Muslim community, when we go through the 5 pillars of Islam, the first one, our belief, Kalima Tawheed. The second one, and third one, and the fourth one, and the last, it completely according to society. It teach us to serve to the society. While we check it second and third and fourth and fifth, we can get is fasting, iftar. It completely society network, build a society network. At the Maghrib time, a common people can get together joining in a masjid. Poor people is there and rich people is there, but jointly connect to making a community. And Islam specifically give great rewards to this joining iftar and conducting iftar. And salat, namaz prayer. In namaz, Islam also giving great rewards to Jamaat. 25 times repeated rewards Islam gives to this Jamaat. In Jamaat, in one row and lane, we can see there poor people is there, rich people is there. Jointly communicating and community is making. And it's make a sujood to soil. Everything, everywhere, everyone is at the same root, same level. No one rich, no one poor. And while we go through the Hajj, it's a assembly of people. In the day of Arafah, the world Muslim can assemble in Medina, Makkah, in the Middle East. The great Islamic assembly is ongoing there. And this is the pillars of Islam, the main theme of Islam. Actually here we can not to see not rich, not poor, not any importance to poor or rich or anyone, but the importance of people be a human being with great qualities.
Yeah, Islam is preaching about humanity and brotherhood.
Yes.
Globally.
Yeah, Islam is pushing to be a great human with great tolerance and service mentality and peace, calm, quiet. We were discussing before some time, wasulhu khair.
And in some places, being a sociologist, I'm not sociologist.
Okay.
I study sociology, and then I have lots of encounters with the caste and the firqas and other things. because I have also studied Sufism
Okay.
and Bhakti movement. Bhakti movement is also
Okay,
one
I
of the
know,
turning
Bhakti
point in
movement.
sociology. So there are lots of cases comes under, means that reported by the academicians, Muslim scholars itself, and that the intercaste marriages are not in the practice. So how do you see it that after all this uniformity in South India?
Could you clarify your questions, please?
Yeah, that the intercaste marriages are happenings, or it still synchronized in the clan and community.
It's kufu.
Kufu.
In North
Kufu,
India, North
okay.
India is very rigid.
Rigid,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, okay,
In
okay.
Malabar,
In the culture of Malabar, in
the
the
caste marriages
okay.
is happening or not?
It's actually in Malabar, in Kerala, South Indian Islamic legacy, we can see a marriage system from only, there is no actually caste is working as a South Indian area, I think. Actually, I heard about this caste issue from Aligarh while we were in department. In books, we are getting some outtruths from about this caste system and many of caste in North Indian and that's kind of, but we are not feeling about we are traveling to in South India, like winter and summer. There is winter vacation and summer vacation, but in South, not winter and vacation and summer vacation, moderate weather, I think. That's why some changes are here. The main matter of that is Sayyid Qabila will be married by Sayyid Qabila here. And alak differences is there, but almost Sayyid Qabila, actually Sayyid Qabila is the leadership of this community. Thangal. In Malayalam, we will not Thangal. 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 Sayyid is a Malayalam Thangal. Actually, they are all the leaders of this community, and that's a legacy direct from Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That's why their marriage will be done from an int Sayyid Qabilat bas. But another marriage will be do the fathers and mothers will be asking, referencing that their qualities of family, of bride and groom, and they will discuss, and it's fine, go through fine, but not at a caste issue in Muslim, among Muslims, I think. But in a Hindu tradition or a Christian tradition, something is there. Then a very rare case, I think, maybe happened in South India. Actually, we were developing my knowledge. It is not a accurate answer, but in my observation, this is now happening. A rare case of out of this coverage maybe happened somewhere in.
Okay, we are getting late, and you are stock of all this knowledge being a sociologist. Okay, so one thing which is very important question that is going in the society, that Article 341, which is very turning point at this juncture, because many people from Muslim community, those who comes under the Lal Begi and the sweepers, and they're not getting benefit, and due to that, they are planning to join and conversion.
Conversion is ongoing.
Okay, so it has already was in the list before 1950s, but in the 50s there's no right, as we briefed, Ms. Professor Alam has briefed you. So do you have any your personal opinion? This is a personal kind of opinion, because you're not representing any institutions or anything. Being a scholar, we are talking.
Okay.
So on 341. So what you can do, and according to your perception?
Actually,
what can be done?
Only two matter have to do consult with you. The first one, we do not extreme level, mutawassit, moderate in everything, everywhere, education and anything, and everywhere, everything we have to moderate to any policies and anything. If the government will be sharing a policy, first we have to learn, we have to study about it. Then second, educate the people, especially Muslim. In North India and somewhere they are not at a basic education is not giving there, I think. Actually, we have to educate them first. Then the clearance of document is not is there and education is not there. But only people can challenge in a crowd pulling matters. But it's not officially working. Intellectuals can work. We have to make intellectual. That's why we have to do this kind of institutions. Education is the matter. And with the education, we have to challenge at a minimum. That's why only one thing I have to say, education is the very important. Education is the very important thing. Education is the weapon, and not too extreme. Be a moderate person.
Yes, this is the way, and through this can be the solution can be obtained and to
Then
do the things.
all leaders, ministry and ministers or members are not against all Muslim, all institutions, all policies, but they are not know about the reality of what Muslim says, the peace of Muslim, the
Yes,
calm
yes,
and quiet,
yes.
the ideology of Muslim. The social media can make a campaign unfamiliar with the Islam, and the actual Islam is not working. That's why we have to learn, take worthy connections with them and teach them this is Islam. Moderate joining, peaceful communications we have to make with them, and we can do. All people will document it, and educated people, and we get together. We can forward for this community. They are working also then for community. We are also working for community.
We have lots of exposure of Islamic study, Arabic language, French, Spanish, and all that we have already discussed. So, in that way, if we think according to you, being a sociologist, so how you suggest that the upcoming generation people, the scholars who are coming and they sought to build their career in the field of social sciences, how do you recommend to pursue their careers?
Actually, when we were in touch with philosophy, architecture, language, culture, and travel, and the network of beloved visionary frames, the quality will be developing. Without knowing our mind, we will be shaping our culture. The benefit of this one, absolutely it connect to me or our person and to our audience. When we were in research mentality, when we were connecting in a word, we will thinking about the philosophy of this word, the language backup of this word, the culture backup of this word, and the audience can learn something more intellectually, culturally, and philosophically and historically about one person. It will be make an encyclopedic
Oh, great.
classroom.
Thank you. Thank you so much for running.